Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're just going to give it an extra couple of minutes so that everybody who wants to join in can join in, and then we'll get on the way.
Yep.
I can see that participant count going up, so won't be too long. Just another 30 seconds maybe to let folks come in from the waiting room and get comfortable, and then we'll get going.
The topic is interesting. I'm excited to be speaking about this because, well, it's something that we get asked about so often.
I know, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's get underway. I can see people are still trickling in, but they can join us as we get underway. So thank you everybody for joining us tonight for this webinar on high availability in Postgres, specifically for Oracle DBAs. Some of us in this webinar come from a long Oracle background, and we thought it might be fun to run this session specifically for people from that background on Postgres. So just before we get underway and before we make the introductions, just a few housekeeping rules. So if English is not your native language, then just be aware that translations and closed captions are available. Just click at the bottom of your screen and select what you want to translate to, and you'll be able to see captions at the bottom of your screen. If you do have any questions as we go along, I do encourage you to put them in the Q&A straight away. Please don't wait until the end, because as Umair presents the session, I'll be answering those questions as we go. Don't leave them till the end just because we might run out of time. We've got a very interesting session today with a lot of content. So I'd rather you get your answers earlier rather than later. And finally, we always get asked, are you going to get access to the recording? The answer is inevitably yes, you will. It's going to be provided in an email after the webinar is complete. Please do give us some time because it can take a while to generate and upload to YouTube, et cetera, but you're definitely going to get a link by tomorrow. So with that said, my name is Alex. I hope I bear some resemblance to that very nice marketing image that you can see on screen right now. I'm here from Dbvisit Software speaking to you today. We are experts in Oracle database disaster recovery and have been for over 20 years now. You can see all that text on screen. I don't need to go through it. The point is, we've been doing this for a long time. We know what we're doing, how important database disaster recovery are, and how important it is to think about these things before something goes wrong. So I'm joined today by the wonderful gentleman Umair Shahid from Stormatics. He's going to be presenting today's session. Umair is a veteran expert in the PostgreSQL world, and we work a lot together. This isn't our first rodeo. I always enjoy very much presenting with Umair. We have good conversations as we go along and a little bit of fun as well. So I hope that will be useful to you. The agenda today is, look, what is high availability on Postgres? You know, those of us coming from the Oracle world like I am, you know, the concepts of high availability and disaster recovery are pretty well established, and there are kind of significant differences between the two. But in the PostgreSQL world, it's all a little bit different. So Umair is going to tell us all about it. He's going to tell us different ways that you can approach it. What are the important differences between replication methods and how we approach the solution to the problem in general. So as I said, Umair is going to be presenting the majority of the session today. If you have any questions and answers, please ask them in the chat as soon as you can. And with that, I'll hand over to Umair.
Thank you, Alex. I'm going to try and share my screen in one attempt. Here you go. Alex, please confirm when you see it.
Yep, you're all good. I think we're good to go.
All right. Well, Thank you for having me on today, Alex, and thank you for that intro. High availability is a very interesting topic in databases in general, and particularly for anybody who's doing some kind of cross-linking between Oracle expertise and Postgres. Both of them are databases, but the technologies are somewhat different, and some of the terminologies might be a little different as well. So we figured that let's tackle that concept that is extremely important in any production database, and talk about how it works in Postgres. So when we talk about high availability, what exactly we mean. Essentially, what we mean is that our database should remain operational despite failures of hardware or software. So that's the key over there. It doesn't matter if there is any kind of failure, if a data center goes down, if a connection goes down, if the network fails, the database crashes, the host OS crashes, whatever happens, high availability is all about remaining operational despite everything. It is designed to minimize downtime. Critical applications, mission critical production applications cannot afford any downtime. And high availability is especially important for applications that require 24/7 availability. The way it is measured is what is called nines of availability. And let's take a moment to understand what nines of availability mean. If it is 90% available, that is 1/9 of availability. So because, well, you see 1/9 over here. It's 90% available. 2 nines is 99%. 3 nines is 99.9. All the way up to 5 nines, it's 99.999%. And with every 9 that you add, basically you increase availability by 1 order of magnitude. So with 1/9 of availability, 90% means that in a typical year, which is 365.3 days, you have a downtime of 36.53 days, which is 10% of downtime. Go one step higher with 2 nines of availability. You move 1 decimal place and you come down to 3.65 days, so 1 order of magnitude. And so on and so forth till you reach 5 nines of availability, which translates into 5